Years. And so I first started out, young back then, outgoing and stuff, and I was looking for a name. And I worked for this place in Huntington Beach. It was called Custom Cabinets. I was working there and stuff like that. I go, what should I name my business? Well, I went to Pat's Custom Carpet and Upholstery Care. But the thing is, back then I didn't know too much. I wouldn't have put in the extra part, the upholstery care, because the name's kind of long. So Pat's Custom Carpet Care. So what I do is I clean all kinds of fabrics. We clean stone, tile, we sanitize fabrics and stone and tile. And we can restore things like that too. We restore carpet, like stretching carpet, dyeing carpet, whatever it takes to get your house back into shape again. Say you're selling your house and you have a pet stain or something like that, we can take care of that. We can dye it or something. There's a stain there that was bleached out or some kind of pet stain. If it needs to be stretched or something, your carpet needs to be stretched, we do that. If your tile needs to be repaired or it needs to be cleaned or needs renovation, we can do that. So whatever it takes to get your home ready for sale or just ready for yourself. A lot of homes have showers and stuff like that, and you just can't clean that mold out of the grout. Well, give us a call. You know, they got that soap scum and stuff out on the counters and whatever else. Give us a call. We do that. You have tile rod that rod's starting to break up or something like that, needs to be cleaned and restored. We can do that. So whatever it is, we can do it. If you need any type of sanitation, you have a bad odor in your home or something that's research it and find out what it's coming from. Usually odors come from something that's getting wet, something that's decaying. So we can find out. I have thermal imaging cameras. I have a moisture meter. You can find out what's going on with your home. If you have a leak or something like that in your home. And on top of that, if you have a water damage, give us a call. We can do it all. So, is there any questions out there?
Yes. Last thing you mentioned was water damage. Well, earlier this year, it seems so long ago now, it was in March or so, well, I had a slab leak at our home. So, called the plumber, called Pat. Pat came right out, probably within, I think, 3 or 4 days. Our entire first floor was cement. He literally got in there, diagnosed exactly where the worst damage was, and it was all laminate, so it licked from the front of the house all the way to the back of the house, the entire first floor. So he ripped all that stuff out, and my gosh, you know, it was quick, it was fast, it was boom, 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 get everything over to the insurance company, pick out new flooring. You know, our entire first floor now had luxury vinyl, which I love and hate at the same time. But it looks great, and Pat just was phenomenal. You know, I just knew water damage, first person to call, Pat. So Pat, come on in, came in, and ripped everything out within a couple of days.
Ripped it out and dried it out. You got to dry it out.
We had to
and sanitize it.
Dry it. Yeah. So good job, Pat.
Doctor.
I had a pipe burst in the wall that supplied water to some of my dental units. Flooded down the whole auditorium. And Matt came in and helped me. But he had a race on the roof. He left me all of his fans. Just left me all of his fans. Went to the race and the fans were working. It was great. So
I also left you my moisture meter too, so you could meter the progress of the dry
he
out.
left me a meter that says, is it dry yet?
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yes,
good.
Yeah. So
I was very happy.
thank you. So yeah, we have the tools to get things done correctly and right, and we also take pictures and things of that nature to show the insurance company the damage. Because sometimes insurance companies will come in and say, "Oh, this is what you get." And I go, "Well, no, that baseboard wasn't a standard baseboard; it was a 6-inch baseboard. So you need to give them this much money for the replacement." So it's always about who you hire, because insurance companies will always try to give you the least amount of money it takes to get you out their back. And they'll say, "Oh, you're done." So the thing is, you got to have somebody in there for doing your measuring things, taking note of things, pictures, metering and stuff, and that helps you to negotiate with your insurance company. That they're not for you, see, and they always say there's for you, but they're not. They're trying to not pay you what you deserve or what it takes to get your place back into the condition it was prior to that. So that's the main thing, is that when you do a water damage, it should pay you enough to get it back to the condition it was prior to the damage. So that's very important. So any other questions? Yep.
I don't have a question, but I just have another testimonial. I've had the opportunity to use Pat both personally and professionally, and a recent one was it's a luxury lease downtown Huntington, nice property, newer build, that kind of stuff, the tall and skinny. And in the entryway of their stairs, it had Berber carpet and was rather matted down and stuff, and I was like, you're probably gonna have to replace that. Because somebody that's paying $7,500 a month is not gonna be okay with what we see here. And so I said, but let me have Pat come in, because he says he can do it. If he says he can't fix it, we have to replace it. So they said, okay, no problem. So Pat comes in and he goes, oh yeah, no, we can take care of that. It looked pretty bad. But Pat's like, we can do it. And so he came in, they did other parts of the house too, but I was astonished at how well that turned out. Because that was such a well-worn, it's the first staircase, just and they have boys. So, and the tenants are happy with it, so great job.
Thank you.
If there was an emergency call, I'm assuming it was in the local area, and are you going to drop the current job that you're working at in the morning and jump over there? How does that work?
Exactly correct. So what George's talking about, if there's an emergency water damage or something like that, or anything like that, yes, we get paid to do that. So part of our service is to drop that job and to get over to you as soon as possible. And then we deal with the insurance company about, say I had another job or something like that, then we'd have to reschedule that job and come out to you. So emergency service is there for a reason. The reason it's there is to keep things from occurring, keep the damage from occurring more. So the faster we get out there, the better it is to stop that water from damaging your home. A lot of people have that mistake of, well, let me call the insurance company first. Well, you don't call them second. It's an emergency water damage. You need to get your place, you need to get that water extracted out so that it cause any more damage. Because water will go wherever it wants to go. If it keeps, you let it sit there for a while, it's going to start seeping into your carpet, into your walls, things of that nature, and will start to occur more damage. So you need to call somebody first and then call the insurance company second.
I have a question and a testimonial. So sometimes we go into houses and there's smokers and the walls are literally like gray from, is that something you could disinfect?
Yes.
Excellent to know. Also, I referred him to a friend and she called me afterwards after you'd gone in, Heidi, and she was giddy with joy. She said he is the greatest guy and that was just such a pleasure to work with him. So cool, thank you.
So Mike.
Can you explain more about the shower areas that have like you talked about the mold that's in the little edge. Have you tried to scrub?
Yeah.
How are you able to get that out where somebody that's really tried with all the cleaners to get it out?
It's not very easy. The best way, the way I found is you got to use acid. And so it's kind of dangerous. You can wear glasses, whatever, but the only way to get mold out of grout really good is with acid. So you got to use that carefully. So that's the only way to know. So besides that, maybe for people at home, maybe peroxide or something like that, mixture. But it's very difficult once it's inside the grout. Because what happens, grout has holes in it. It's made to breathe, and that mold gets inside those holes, and that's itself. And it's there because of the soap that gets inside there too. So it's growing on that soap, scums, things of that nature in your grout, and you have to get rid of that. And the way to do that, the best way I've found is with acid. Yes.
Good. All right.
Thank you very much, guys.